Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? So I am back with another t-shirt design tutorial, and in this one I am going to use Photoshop, and I am going to make a firefighter t-shirt design using Adobe Photoshop. So these are some elements that I will be using in this design. I downloaded a lots of them, but I don't know whichever ones I will start. But this is a firefighter PNG image, you can see. I will be using this one, and you can just search like on Google firefighter PNG, fire background PNG. You will find this good quality images on there. So for starting this one, I am taking a artboard that is 4500 into 5400, you can see, and then 300 dpi, of course, that is the ppi, pixel per inch. This is the artboard here, and I'm going to unlock this one and then add a solid color layer like a black layer, so that I can see what's going on or how it will look on a black t-shirt. So most of the time, if we are in making designs like with PNG images like this, then it's hard to make it a complete transparent design, because there will be some sort of black in the design. Like I will be using this fire effect in the design, and you can see there are some blacks in it. So it will be basically for a black t-shirt. So let's get started. So first step is I want to make a area for my design. Let's see, I will create something like this. This is the main design area. This is the fire PNG. So I'm just placing it inside my design. Let's make it a bit smaller, kind of this. So this is how it will look. It is looking completely beautiful, but if you turn on the black layer, it will look like this. So that's why I tell that it will not become a complete transparent PNG, but don't worry, we will figure it out. So this is how it is looking right now. This is the firefighter design. So I'm going to use a fighting or firefighter scene here, fire background, something like that. And in Photoshop we have to work in different layers, so every layer is important for us. Let's bring our layer panel here so that we can see perfectly like this. So for first of all, I'm going to place some images here that I will be using in my design. So here I downloaded a firefighter image, you can see. So this one is from unsplash.com. You will find tons of copyright free images on unsplash.com, pixabay.com. These websites are really great to use, or you can simply take their images to make your own design. Like you can simply use them to make your copyright free designs, because they are copyright free sites. So it is looking like this. Let's turn on the black layer, and you can see there are some black in the design like the background. So I don't want it, and whenever I want to erase anything, I can simply take my eraser tool, and then okay, it is a link layer, so I have to right click on it and then rasterize layer, then I can simply erase it. But erasing it will make it like it will remove this part. I will never be able to bring them back. So instead of erasing, I will be using a trick here that is called the transparency of Illustrator. You know that. So that is the layer mask. So selecting any layer, if I turn on a layer mask for that, and inside this layer mask I can simply paint with my brush tool. So if I take my brush tool, and here is the rule is same as the transparency. If my fill color is foreground color is black, and if I paint anything here, that will erase that area. And if my foreground color is white, if I paint anything, that will bring it back. That means this is the exactly same tricks of transparency. That means you can simply paint with black if you want to hide, paint with white if you want to reveal. So that's it. Now in this layer panel, I will be using my brush tool with black foreground color, and then maybe a bit bigger in size brush. Then I will be erasing these parts. Whatever part that I don't want, I will simply erase them. So here is this black part is not really necessary for my this design. I don't need them, so I will be erasing it. Now I am not erasing, I am just hiding it with layer mask. If any point of my this design, if I need to bring them back, I can simply make it white and then paint, that will back. So I do not want that right now. So this is how I will work here. And now when this image is made like this, I can press Ctrl T. So Ctrl T is transform tool. That means I can make it smaller or bigger with transform tool like this. And then I will be pressing Alt and then drag a copy of that. You can see here. So this is my another copy of that image. If I press Ctrl T again, that is the transform tool. And here right click and then click on this flip horizontal. That means it will rotate or reflect, not rotate, it will reflect. So kind of this. So this is the position I wanted to create here, like they are going to different way, and you can see this image is hiding the bottom one. So inside this layer panel of this layer mask, I will be painting some black here. Okay, my color is white here, so it is not working. Let's turn this black and then it will work. So I am simply hiding the part of this image to reveal the part of this image. It may be a bit confusing for you if you are really new to Photoshop, but it is just the same as the transparency thing. So like this. So this is the background I wanted to create here. Now I want to put my flame, the flame ring on top of them. So for there are two layer, I can simply right click on this layer and then merge down. That will make it one layer, you can see, and it is becoming a transparent PNG image. That means I cannot bring those details back anymore, but that's okay for me. So let's click on this fire flame layer and then bring that on top. It is kind of looking like this. Let's press Ctrl T to make it a little bigger, something like this. It will be fine. Let's play with the blending mode. So this is the normal blending mode. I want to make it, if you, there are some tips for this blending mode. This darken mode will hide everything that is in white pixel or brighter pixel, and this lighten group will hide everything in darker pixel. So let me show you. If I make it darken, it will show the, it is hiding the bright pixels, but if I make it lighten, it will hide the dark pixel. That means it is only showing up the bright color. So that is fine. Let's try screen mode, how it is looking. It is looking kind of this. Don't worry, just I want to make it a bit bigger, something like this. That is fine. And then in this area I want to keep them visible. So I am creating a layer mask for my this flame, and then with brush tool, if I paint over this area, it is going to reveal the firefighters from here. So basically all I am doing here is just playing with my this layer mask things here. So it is going to look like kind of this. Don't worry, just I am going to bring in my main firefighter image, this PNG one here. So this is the position I wanted to create for my this design. You can see it is looking like this. And here maybe I want to just put the flames on top of this firefighter from this area, but he will be on top of flames from this area. Don't worry, simply take another layer mask, and this area I want to hide. So I'm going to take my brush tool, maybe a bit smaller, then just paint over this area. That is going to hide my those area of the firefighter. Maybe I don't need this one too, that's the important part, but don't worry, I'm just going to keep it like this right now. Maybe I can bring it a bit lower. So this is the main point of the design I wanted to create like this. But this is the PNG image from a free resource website, so that can be some problem for me. So I can do some adjustment to my design, like I can go to filter, then I can go to camera raw filter. This is really a good way to enhance some detailing of your image like this. I don't want to mess with these settings. I just want to make it a bit vibrant so that the colors becomes a bit more eye-catchy, something like this. You can see the changes here, and then I will be creating a layer on top of that firefighter. You have to watch it carefully. So I am pressing Ctrl and then click on this layer. That will make a selection of my firefighter. You can see everything that is in this firefighter layer, that is now selected. And when that is selected, I am on top of I am on this layer on top, and then in this layer, if I take my brush tool with any kind of color I want, like let's say a red kind of color, and then I want to fill this area with this red. So you can see this is how it is looking right now. Don't worry, just keep it like this, and then I want to select this. Okay, let's press Ctrl D for deselecting those selection. Now with this red layer, I want to play with the blending mode. Let's see which blending mode looks good to me, good with my image, like keeping some of the details of my graphics but changing it a bit so that it doesn't look a very exact image from the website that I picked. So it can take some time to find the right combination. Okay, I think this one is looking good. It is kind of a this fire yellow color, that is fine. So in this layer, if I want to hide any part, I can simply create another layer mask, take my brush tool, let's paint on some area that is, I don't want something like this is fine. And then here I want to, in this area you can see there are some blacks in the design. Let's bring in some fire images, like maybe, I don't know, so maybe this one, this is the transparent PNG of a fire. So let's keep it something like in this area so that it hides that black part of the design. Now press enter on your keyboard and then press alt. Sorry guys, so it is moving the group because I have group selected. Make it layer, it will select the layer only. So this is my fire image. I want to just press alt and drag another copy of that fire, and these two I want to select together, right click, rasterize layer, then merge layers, that will make them on single layer. And then I will maybe simply, okay, not that one, in this position like this, just to fill this bottom area of the design. And then again select the layer mask, like take a layer mask of it, then erase this part, like hide that part. Okay, that's too much, something like this. This is just fine, don't worry. And then I can simply take some, I can simply play with some blending modes to make it look a bit more realistic, something like this. So this is the main design area that I wanted to create. Don't worry about it, we can still make some changes here. Like I can simply paste it one image here to just match it with the background here, maybe a bit bigger in size. Then again I want to play with the blending modes so that it looks like the firefighter is standing inside the fire. And then again create another layer mask, press take brush tool to erase this area. So you can see this is really easy, just taking some layer mask I can simply hide them to make this graphic. This is the main graphic part of my design. Let's say I want to select everything and then make a group. So group will help me customize them. So I want to simply make it a bit smaller so that I can place some of the text. And here I want to, it will take some time to adjust the position, but it is really good. I can simply turn off this layer and let me see if there is anything that I need to hide. So on this group layer I can take another layer mask, so I can take my brush tool to hide this part of the black that is visible from here, and this is hiding everything that is inside that group. So this is really easy, and I think this will be a bit more cleaner than previous. So this is good. Don't worry about this black part, that will not be visible, it will look kind of this, no problem here. So and then I will add some text here. So I am going to add this text, I dance where the devil walks. So here I will be taking some font. This is the Go Everywhere font. This font is really good. Let's try some other fonts. So let's say I want to take this Poster Gothic font because this is a really good font. It is a bold font and that's what I needed here. So with this font there are some settings you can play with, like this is the center position, the pink line, that is the smart guide showing me that I am in the center position. I dance where the devil walks, so I am just pressing alt to bring down a copy of that where the devil walks. And then here if I double click on this layer, it will make a selection of that layer, you can see, and then just press Ctrl V. It is going to work like this. So that is fine. I am just placing them for now, I will change that later. So that is fine. Let's bring on here, maybe in this area, and then I will add this one, I fight. And if I double click on here, it is going to select, press Ctrl V to paste it, then bring another copy of the text, what you fear. This is really a simple way, and then press Ctrl V again. So that's fine. Now this is just a simple text placement. I can bring some rulers in, like let's say I want to make that the outer, I want to make that the wide of my design, or simply I can make it a bit more wider because there are a space. So that is fine. I dance where the devil walks. So I dance where the, I can make it a bit bigger like this, then maybe a bit in leftward. So that is fine. And then where the devil walks, I can simply bring that a bit down, and then I want to make it a little bigger than how it is right now, something like this. And then I can simply add some text effect to it, like if I double click here, it is going to make it selection. Then if I click on this text wrap option, create wrap text option, and then here I will find the same options of my Illustrator. So I want to make it like arc lower, and then not in this direction, I want to go in the negative direction, so minus 10 or 20% maybe. Then click OK. Now for making any further changes, you have to click on this tick mark, or you can click on enter on your keyboard. That will finalize the selection or finalize the changes you are facing right now. So something like this. Don't worry, just keep some space between the text. So maybe it is a bit outside, and then I can simply make it a bit wider by stretching the text. Don't worry about that. So that is how it is looking right now. I fight this text, I want to make it a bit bigger because there is a space in my design. And then what you fear, I want to make it bigger, and then I want to keep that simple, because in the top area I have a straight line, then in the bottom area I will create another straight line, something like this. Don't worry, just I want to keep it as simple as possible. Then maybe I will create another text that will read firefighter, because this is the firefighter design. Yes, this is the firefighter, FIGHT sorry. So this is the text. I want to make it bigger. I want to make it covering all the way of my these rulers, maybe. That is fine. Let's try some other text effect to my this design. So if I double click on this, it is going to make it selection. Then here I will maybe use this plus effect. This is really cool, but not in that direction, just in negative direction. Minus 10% is good. You can click here and then press Ctrl T. Ctrl T means transform. So just like this. You can do this same effect with Illustrator because they are all same. This text wrapping effect, they are all same in everything, like in Photoshop and Illustrator both. So this is the main graphic area of my design. Let's select this group, make it a bit, pressing Ctrl T to make a selection of it. Let's say I want to bring it a bit on top of this area maybe. Okay, I have to make sure that I am placing them in the center area of my design. Then I can simply bring this text, bring this group on top of everything. That means you can see right now my graphic is on top of my text. So devil works is here and it is not making any problem. So let's select this group, press Ctrl T so that I can bring that a bit more up, and that means I can make it a bit bigger too in this area. That is fine. And then for this firefighter and I fight it, this too is not looking very good because I want to keep them on top of my this graphics. So I fight and firefighter, these two, let's select them. I'm pressing Ctrl to make multiple selection like this. Then I want to bring them on top of my that group. You can see it is really simple and easy. So this much is fine for me. Let's add some effect to our text. And what is the effect? I can simply make something like make a selection of my text. Okay, let's say I dance where the devil walks. So I dance. If I press Ctrl and click on this text, it is going to make a selection of the text, and that is fine. Now here I want to create the devil walks. Again I want to select that too, so I have to press Ctrl and Shift together and then click here. It is going to make a selection of both text, and then I want to select this group, and on top of that group I will create another layer, a new layer, And in this layer I will be, when this is selected, I have to go to select, then modify, and then expand. So 20% is 20 pixel is good because I am working on a big canvas. So click OK, and it is going to, okay, let me show you again. So it is right now selected the exact same exact pixel of the text, like whatever in the text size. And if I go to select, modify, and then expand, it is going to select 20 pixel more than the original text. You can see this is how it is looking right now. So in this layer, with this expanded selection, I can press B, that means brush tool, to pick any color like this, a yellow color, and then I am going to brush something like this. So this is how it is looking right now. Don't worry, I just want to place them just in the, just below the main group or the original text. So it is going to look like this, and I am pressing Ctrl D. Ctrl D means deselect. And then here, firefighter, I fight, what you fear. So I have to make those selections. So I'm pressing Ctrl to select this firefighter, then again Ctrl and Shift to select that one, then what you fear, these two, and then I'm going to select, modify, expand, same size, expand, and then on this layer I'm going to press my brush tool. Let's make it a bit bigger so that it covers the area, and you can see I can simply paint like this, and this is going to, this is looking like there are some yellow background of my design, but you can see that yellow background is messing with this original image. That means it is being invisible. So I can simply select this firefighter thing, this firefighter text, and then again Control Shift and then fight. And in this two area I can simply take another color like a black color maybe, and then if I make a selection like this, like make a, okay, that is not showing up because these are in the background of my original color group, but don't worry, that's just fine. So this is how it is looking right now, my main design and the firefighter thing. So for this area I wanted to create something else, like some more fire effect. I don't know, whichever what will look good there. Let's bring in something like this. Okay, let's press Ctrl Z again. I'm going to open that file because I need to add some adjustment. I don't want this whole part, so I am pressing E for eraser tool, then just erase something like this so that I have only this fire flame, whatever it is, kind of this. Don't worry about the, okay, not that much, so that is fine. I'm going to drag this in my this document. Press Ctrl T, that means transform tool. I can make it, I can adjust it in the design area like this, that is fine, and then bring this inside the ruler area, that is fine. And then here I want to drag it to make a copy of that, sorry, so something like this. Then if I press Ctrl T, that means transform, and I can rotate the design here. Don't worry about how it is looking right now, it will look good. So if I select this to that one, I can make it merge down, that means merging with the background. Let's say I want to make it lighten, so that's not a problem because it is the same black background in that area. Let's bring in some more images like this one. Okay, I don't know how it will look. So this is a really good design, a really good fire texture, and that one is also downloaded from unsplash.com. You can download it from there too. So something like that. Let's bring them just in the background and let's see how it is looking. So this is just filling in that area, that is I think fine. I don't want to go outside of that area, so here it will look like kind of flame things, and that is perfectly fine. So not like that, it is not selecting, so I can right click and then duplicate layer, sorry, this one, then click OK, then press Ctrl T. So when Ctrl T is activated, that means the transform tool is activated. You can really easily move any graphics you want, and that is really easy. So I think this is looking good, not that one, so I don't need this. I can erase that, sorry. So that is the shape, and then here, and where is my file layer? So this is my file layer, I don't need this, let's delete. So this is how it is looking right now. Let's turn on the turn off the black so that I can see how it is looking. So I am going to select this one and then merge it. Okay, so I have to rasterize, then this one rasterize, and then if I select this one I can merge it down, and this is the main layer, that is the main block layer, black looking. Let's add a clipping mask, sorry, a layer mask for that, and then let's just erase some of the parts so that it doesn't look that much blocky black in this area. So that is fine. Let's turn on the black layer. So this is how it is looking right now. I can simply add some more texture to my text. Let's do that. So I'm control clicking on this firefighter text, and then on this layer I will create another layer that is on top, and here I will be adding some texture to my design, to my text. You will be able to see here. So I'm taking my brush tool. Now I'm taking it black, and here I need to make it change to dissolve. The blending mode I need to make it dissolve, and then if I brush like this, okay, that is too much, like a bit bigger size of my brush. Let's make it smaller, and then you can see I can add some texture to my design, to my text, and it is really cool looking, grunge looking texture here. So that is fine. Let's press Ctrl D. Again I want to select this I fight text, Ctrl click, and then I am taking my brush tool to just paint it like this. That is fine. Then again I want to photosphere. So where is that? Ctrl click on that layer. I am doing it once, like one by one, so that I can control whatever I am doing, something like that. That is fine. And then this devil wax, let's select that, and here I am going to make it look like this. So that is fine, don't worry. And where, okay, so I done where this one like this. So it is looking good, I think. That is fine. Now one, like a small problem here, you can see this black layer is not looking very good on top of my firefighter. So how to fix that? If I select my firefighter with control clicking on that layer, you can see it is going to make a selection. And now on this layer where I painted the black, I want to simply erase it. Let's not do anything else, just erase it, and that will make it look like the firefighter is on top of everything. This is fine, no problem. And for this area I just want to create some more fire effect so that it looks a bit cool looking, kind of this. Don't worry about how it is looking right now. Let's just bring a copy here, and these two I want to select together, rasterize them, then of course merge layer so that it looks like this, and then I want to blend it with my firefighters. I don't know which blending mode will look good, so maybe this is looking good, but I want to bring that just below my main firefighter design. Okay, not there, something like here, but let's change the blending mode. Okay, so I don't think it is looking very good. Just don't worry, you can simply go with one darker option because I want to hide the dark pixel. So that is fine. Now I don't need to do anything else here. So this is how it is looking in my main design with this firefighter theme. Here you can of course add some more elements here, like some other firefighter elements, something else, whatever you want, but this is the main design. Or you can simply turn off this layer, this black, to see if there is anything that is going in the side of the design, because you should remove that. And this is how it is, the main PNG will be, it will be a complete transparent PNG. So let's say I want to save it, so let's save it in any name we want. It can take some time, guys, because this file will be a tons of like it will be a lot more bigger file than a, you can see this is a 269 megabyte file. That means it's a lot of, it's a lot bigger than a regular Illustrator design, because in Illustrator design our file becomes like 2 MB, 5 MB or something like that, but in a Photoshop file it takes a really lot of more space, because all the images we are using here, it will preserve their own space. And one more setting that I want to show you guys, if you want to work like this for a client, and if you want to send this PSD to anyone else, like someone, your client, you have to do one thing, is make sure no link layer, you have to right click and rasterize every layer, otherwise that will be missing. If I send this to someone else, when they will open this in their computer, these images will be missing. So make sure everything you rasterize, and that is fine. And for text like this is editable text, right? I can change it. So if I send it like this, it will become like a, it will be missing on that computer if he don't have this font installed in his computer. So you have to right click on that layer and then rasterize type. That will make it a regular layer, a normal layer, not something editable font. So that is really important, because if you are going to send this to someone, then make sure that there is no editable font in your design, otherwise that will be, he will face that missing font, missing problem. So I am going to save another copy of this missing font thing, because I don't want to lose its position. So that is fine. Let me show you how it is going to look on a t-shirt. So this is a regular t-shirt, and then I can simply right click on this to replace, and here is some, this is the PNG image that I just created, and it is going to be a bit smaller in size, but don't worry, I can make it bigger, not that much. In a printable t-shirt I will find a area like this. So you can see this is how it is going to look, and I hope you will enjoy this one, you will learn something new from this one. And Photoshop is a really easy way to make designs like this. Now don't, if you are worried about this images copyright, then you should not do this, because this is not the very safe way. If you want to stay on the safe side, you can buy images like this from different stock sites, but you can work like this on print on demands like Gearlance, Motif, whichever is not exclusive very much. So I hope that will help you guys. So that's it for today's video. See you in the next video, guys. If you have any kind of question, let me know in the comment section. Thank you everyone. See you in the next video, guys. Have a great time.